Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new lesson, that is magnetic effect of electric current. In the previous chapter of electricity, we have studied that an electric current can produce heating effect. In this chapter, we will now study that electric current can also produce magnetic effect. In 1820, Hans Christian Ørsted, a Dutch professor of physics, was delivering a lecture on electricity to show how an electric current heated a wire. He conducted the wire to a terminal of a big battery. To his surprise, the needle of the compass, which was placed near the wire, swung around only to swing back again to its normal position pointing north when the wire was disconnected. Through this observation, Ørsted shows that electricity and magnetism were related phenomena. He realized that an electric current had magnetic effect just as a lodestone or a steel magnet. The term magnetic effect of current means an electric current flowing in a conductor produces a magnetic field in the space around it. The conductor behaves like a magnet till the electric current is flowing through it. In other words, flow of electric current in a conductor can produce magnetism. So this is how the Hans Christian Ørsted had showed the relationship between electric current and magnet. In the previous classes, we have studied about the properties of magnet. Some important properties of magnets we know are like a freely suspended magnet always point towards north-south direction. This property of showing a magnet always towards north-south direction, we call it as directional property. Other properties like a magnet attracts substance like iron, steel, nickel and cobalt by inducing magnetism in them. This property we call it as attractive property. Like magnetic poles repel each other, unlike magnetic poles attract each other. This we have studied in the lower classes. Magnetic poles always exist in pair. It is not possible to have either north pole or south pole alone. Means magnet always occurs with a pair, that is north pole and south pole. Monopoles does not exist in magnet. Then characteristics of magnetic field. Magnetic field is the region surrounding a magnet in which the force of magnet can be detected is called as magnetic field. So what are the characteristics of this magnetic field? Strength of the magnetic field is a quantity that can be expressed both in magnitude and direction. Means here in this one, magnetic field will be having both magnitude as well as direction. So it is a vector quantity because it shows the direction in which direction the magnetic field lines goes as well as how much force it is applied, magnitude as well as direction it will be showing it. Then the second is the relative strength of a magnetic field is always shown by the degree of closeness of the magnetic field lines. Means if the magnetic field lines are very close to each other, at the time we can say that this magnet is very powerful, and if the magnetic field lines are away from each other, then we can say that this magnet has a weak magnetic field. The strength of magnetic field at a given point depends upon the distance from the pole of the bar magnet. That is, distance is inversely proportional to the strength of the magnetic field. If we are coming close towards the magnet, magnetic distance is decreasing it. As distance is decreasing it, magnetic field is going to be very high, and if we are going away from the magnet, the distance is increasing it, so magnetic field is going to become less. These are the properties of magnetic field lines. Now we will be studying about the properties of magnetic field lines or magnetic line of force. A magnetic field line can be defined as a path along which a free north pole will move in the magnetic field lines. Means each magnetic field line will be in a form of closed curve. Magnetic field line always be there in the form of a closed curve. Outside the magnet, the direction of magnetic field is from north pole to south pole, and inside the magnet it will be from south pole to north pole. So by this they will be forming a closed curve. So each magnetic field line is a closed curve. The relative strength of the magnetic field is shown by the degree of closeness of the magnetic field. Means where the magnetic field of force are close together, the magnetic field is strong. A magnetic compass experiences a stronger force when it approaches one of the pole of the magnet. The magnetic field is stronger near the poles, so magnetic field is a vector quantity. Magnetic field lines repel each other, means when they are coming out from the magnet, they mutually repel each other. No two magnetic field lines cut each other. If two magnetic field lines intersect or cross each other, there would be two directions of magnetic field line of that point of intersection, which is not possible. So magnetic field line never intersect each other. If they intersect, then they will be showing it in two direction, and if magnetic field line is in two direction, then there is no use of that particular magnetic field line. So magnetic field lines never intersect with each other. Magnetic field lines emerges from north pole and merges at south pole, means from outside it will be going from north pole to south pole, and from inside they will be traveling from south pole to north pole. Although these magnetic field lines are not real, yet they represent the magnetic field which is real for us. These magnetic field lines are imaginary field lines. Still we are studying these magnetic field lines which are imaginary field lines. So now with this, now we will be studying about the magnetic effect of current, how it will be there. So for that reason we will be using a thick copper wire as given in the figure XY to an electric current. A small compass we are having here, and the position of the needle we will be noting it that it is in upward direction. The movement when we will be applying a key, at the time the direction of the needle will be get deflected. This deflection shows that the magnetic effect, magnetic effect of current for us. Thus we can say from these experiments that magnetism and electricity are linked with each other. Current can produce magnetic field for us. So now we will be having an experiment to get understand how the direction will be changed and how it can happen. So like in this figure, in both the figures you can see that there is a battery, a key, and a magnet is being placed. Magnet is showing the north south direction which is aligned to itself. A conductor, the moment when we will be switching on the key in the first direction, current is moving it from your left hand side, entering it into the compass and coming back to the right side. At the time the deflection of magnetic needle is towards the right side. And in the second figure we can see that current is entering into the circuit towards your right hand side and the deflection is towards the west side. Means from this figure we can understand there is a conclusion that what conclusion we can have from the above experiment is that a current carrying conductor produces a magnetic field. The first conclusion is from this experiment a current carrying conductor produces a magnetic field, and the second is the larger the value of current in the conductor, stronger is the magnetic field, and vice versa. If you increase the magnitude of current, magnetic field is also going to increase. If you reduce the magnetic current, then magnetic field also going to get reduced. And the third is if the direction of current through a conductor is reversed, then direction of magnetic field produced by electric current is also reversed. Means by reversing the direction of current, we can reverse the direction of magnetic field line. As you can see in the first figure, the current is flowing it from the left hand side, the deflection is towards the right side, and the current is moving it from the right side, the deflection is towards the left side. So from this experiment we will be concluding three things: that current carrying conductor produces magnetic field, then we see that if the current is increased, magnetic field is also going to increase, and here we are having a possibility that we can change the direction of the current by magnetic field by changing the direction of current. Then we will be studying about the patterns of magnetic field lines. Have current carrying conductors having different shapes. The patterns of magnetic field generated by a current carrying conductors depends upon its shapes. Current carrying conductors having different shape produces different magnetic field patterns. We will study now the magnetic field patterns through due to a current flowing through a straight conductor we are having. Then you will be having a circular loop and a solenoid. So first we will be studying it about the straight conductor, magnetic field line through a straight conductor. So magnetic field line due to a straight conductor, in this one what we will be doing is we will be taking a copper wire which will be considered as a straight conductor. Then we will be allowing this straight conductor connected to a wires through which the current will be passed. We will be sprinkling some iron filings over this cardboard. Then gently if we tap and then allow the current to pass, we can see that when the current is being passed, the current through a wire produces a magnetic field, and due to this magnetic field these iron filings will be arranging themselves in a concentric circle. They will be arranging themselves in the concentric circles. These concentric circles becomes large as we move away from the wire. As we are moving out from the wire, the size of the circles are going to become bigger, and as we are entering inside, it is going to become smaller. So the properties of magnetic field lines are due to a straight conductor. These are the properties of magnetic field lines due to a straight conductor. The first property is the magnetic field lines are in the form of concentric circle near the conductor. Near the conductor we can see all these magnetic field lines will be in a concentric circle. Then second is away from the conductor, the field line tends to be elliptical due to the combined effect of magnetic effect and the magnetic field due to the conductor. As we move totally away from that one, these concentric circles are going to become elliptical because of the Earth's magnetic field, because our Earth is also a big magnet, and the magnetic field both will be getting a combined effect, and these magnetic field lines are going to become an elliptical. Then the third is the direction of magnetic field line reverses with the reversal of the direction of current of the conductor. So here by reversing the direction we can reverse the magnetic field lines. Like when the direction of the current is downward, then the direction of magnetic field lines will be clockwise. Means when we are making the current to move in downward direction, at the time magnetic field lines will be in clockwise, and when the direction of current we are reversing it, that we are making it to move upward, then the direction of magnetic field lines will be in anti-clockwise direction. So here we can change the direction of magnetic field lines. Increasing the strength of the current in the conductor result in increasing the magnetic field lines. Means on increasing the strength of the current in a conducting wire, the number of line of force around it increases, space between the line decreases. This shows that the strength of the magnetic field is directly proportional to the current passing through a conductor. Means magnetic field lines will be denoted by a capital letter B. B will be directly proportional to I. As you are increasing the magnetic current, the magnetic field lines are also going to increase. The intensity of magnetic field line increases with the increase in the strength of the conductor. No number of magnetic field lines around the conductor increases. The magnetic field at a point decreases with the increase in the distance from the conductor. Means as we are moving it from the conductor away from the point, then the magnetic field is going to decrease. As we go inside, it will be increase. As we are moving away, it is going to decrease. So these are the properties of magnetic field lines of a force around a straight conductor. So in a straight conductor, how to determine the direction of current as well as magnetic field? For this, we will be having a rule called as right hand thumb rule. In right hand thumb rule, what we will be doing it, if a current carrying conductor is imagined to be held in your right hand as shown in the figure. If we are holding a conductor in a right hand, the thumb will be pointing out the direction of the current for us. Then the tips of the finger, which is encircling around the conductor, will be considering the direction of magnetic field lines. So this is called as right hand thumb rule. We have one more rule which we call it as Maxwell corkscrew rule. In Maxwell corkscrew rule, what we will be doing is the forward motion of an imaginary right hand corkscrew in the direction of the current through a straight conductor. Then the direction of rotation of a thumb gives the direction of magnetic field around a conductor. It means like if you are holding a screwdriver in your hand, then the direction which is going it downwards will be the direction of the current, and the way you will be rotating it to unscrew or screw, that gives us the magnetic field lines around the conductor. This is how in this figure we can understand more clearly about the right hand thumb rule and the magnetic effect. This is a straight conductor which we are considering it as a wire. The thumb will be giving us the direction of the current, and the curling of fingers means the fingers which is going inside, that curling will be giving us the magnetic field lines for us. Then we will be having about the next one which we will be studying is the magnetic field lines due to a circular loop. Which are the magnetic field lines. The first property of a magnetic field line in a circular loop is the magnetic field lines are near circular at the point where the current enters or leaves the cardboard. Means wherever the current is entering at both the ends of a conductor, at that particular place we can able to find it a full concentric circle, but afterwards we can able to see these circles are going to become elliptical. Then the line of force in the same direction, that is in upward direction, within the space enclosed in the figure. Near the center of the loop, the magnetic field lines are nearly parallel and straight, and these magnetic field assumed to be practically uniform. Inside the circular loop, if we can see here, all these magnetic field lines are nearly parallel to each other. So such a parallel part of magnetic field, we call it as uniform magnetic field. At the center of the coil, the plane of magnetic field line of force is perpendicular to the plane of a circular coil. Now the strength of the magnetic field produced by a current carrying circular coil increases if the strength of the current is increased or the number of turns are increased. Means here magnetic field is directly proportional to current and magnetic field is directly proportional to number of turns. The magnetic field increases if the radius of the circular coil decreases. Means as we are coming inside, the distance is going to decrease, magnetic field is going to increase. As we are moving away, the distance is going to increase and magnetic field is going to decrease. So this is how these are the properties of circular loop, as you can see it in the figure. Now, as we have starting of the lesson, we have said that each and every magnet will be occurring it in poles. So now in this circular loop, how to identify the poles of the coil, because every magnet exists in two poles, that is north pole and south pole, and every freely suspended magnet align itself in north-south direction. So the polarity of the faces of the coil depends upon the direction of current. Means now we will be able to find out the direction of the we can able to find out the polarity of the phases. It depends upon the direction, how the direction of current is entering into the coil. In a circular coil, when it is entering and leaving it, at that will be giving us which is north pole and which is south pole. For that reason we know that particular rule as clock rule. In clock rule, if the current at a phase facing to us is in clockwise direction, then that particular coil behaves like a south pole. And if the current at a face facing to us is in anti-clockwise direction, that face of the coil behaves like a north pole. So the current which is entering it, and it is the current which is entering into the coil is in clockwise direction, then it will be south pole, and if it is in anti-clockwise direction, it will be a north pole. This is how we can able to identify the directions of identify the north pole and south pole in a circular loop. Then we will be having about the third one which we will be going to study is about the magnetic field line produced by a solenoid. An electrical device consists of a coil of many circular turns of insulated copper wire wound closely in a shape of a cylindrical tube whose diameter is less in comparison to its length is called as a solenoid. And solenoid is a Greek word for us which means tube-like. When current is passed through this solenoid, it behaves like a magnet and develops the magnetic field around it. The properties of magnetic field line produced by a current carrying solenoid is as similar as that of a bar magnet. As bar magnet, what properties a bar magnet has, the same properties a solenoid is also going to have. Like a freely suspended magnet always align itself in north-south direction, so a freely suspended solenoid, current carrying solenoid also will be align itself in north-south direction. So this is, it will be having a property of directional property. A current carrying solenoid attracts the iron pins just like a bar magnet, so it is also going to have attractive property. And the north pole and the south pole polarities of a current carrying solenoid is very similar to north pole and south pole of a bar magnet. The pattern of magnetic field line of a force of a current carrying solenoid is similar to that of a bar magnet. It originates from north pole and tends to end at south pole, so it will be having a directional property. As for a bar magnet, inside the magnet the magnetic field lines are almost parallel, means they are uniform. In the same manner, for a current carrying solenoid also, the magnetic field line inside the conductor, inside the solenoid, is almost parallel, as you can see. So they also will be having a uniform magnetic field inside. Then the intensity of magnetic field of a current carrying current carrying solenoid depends upon the following factors. On which factors this will be dependent? The first will be number of turns. How many number of turns we are taking, that much will be the strength of the magnetic field. Means magnetic field is directly proportional to N. Then the strength of the current. Magnetic field will be, the strength of magnetic field produced by a current carrying solenoid is directly proportional to the current. Means B is directly proportional to I. If you increase the current, magnetic field is also going to increase, and if you decrease the current, magnetic field is also going to decrease. And the third is the nature of the core material. Means inside the core material, what material we will be using it, that also will be going to decide the magnetic field. Magnetic field produced is very strong when a soft iron core is placed along the axis of a solenoid. So for today's class we have studied about the properties of magnet, we have seen about the magnetic field lines, we have studied about the properties of magnetic field lines, then we have seen patterns of magnetic field lines, one about straight conductor, circular loop and a solenoid. So today we will be stopping here. Then in tomorrow's class we will be proceeding towards the next topic. So stay home, stay safe.